What's up, everybody? My name is Mr. Fragrance. I'm back with another fragrance review. If it's your first time to my channel, welcome. On my channel, I do fragrance reviews, fragrance information, and I give fragrance giveaway like decants and little sample bottles on my channel. So if you like fragrance reviews and free giveaways, please consider subscribing at the end of this video. And if you do like this video a lot, show me some love and hit the like button. So this video today, we're going to be talking about the top best of the best work/office fragrances. So stay tuned. So today we're going to talk about 6 best of the best work/office fragrances. When I think of office fragrances, I think of fragrances that are just simple, clean cut. You're not going to offend anybody. You're not going to overpower anybody. It's not going to overpower somebody or give them headaches or hurt their noses. These are just fragrances that are safe for the office if you just want to smell clean. You know, some people just don't want to have this bad odor, or maybe they have a bad odor and smell in general when they smell bad. So these fragrances will help you out in that sort of category. Or maybe you just want to smell good for a day at work. There's nothing wrong with smelling good at work. Whether you're in an office setting, you work in a warehouse, you work around people in a little close environment too, or if you work, you know, at an airplane facility or a bus terminal, there's different situations for all type of situations. So without any further ado, my number 6 top work/office fragrance is Dolce & Gabbana, The One EDP. Dolce & Gabbana, The One EDP. Well, this opens up with tobacco, tonka bean. This fragrance is very, very good. The only why it's low on my list, because performance-wise, I get between 45 minutes to an hour. It's not very long. Longevity, it's really, really good. Longevity-wise, I can get between 6 to 7 hours, give or take. And that's pretty good for a very smelling, sexy tonka bean tobacco fragrance. And this is my number 6, Dolce & Gabbana, The One EDP. It's been around for a while now, so some people might have it, but if you haven't got your nose on, you should give it a try. And this is my number 6. Now we're going to jump into my number 5. So now we're going to get into my number 5 work/office fragrance. This fragrance is very good. It's been talked about in the community for a while. It's been getting a lot of love and hate from the fragrance community. It is what it is. And this is my number 5, Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum. Dior Sauvage. The original is even great, better than this one. This one is nice because it's not in your face as the Dior Sauvage in general, the original one. This one's kind of toned down a little bit. It still does project good like the original, but this one is not boom in your face. Some of the original one, I've heard on my comments on my channel that sometimes it gives them headaches, you know, after a while smelling it or being close to somebody. This one is a little bit more toned down, has your vanilla, has your ambroxan, has your bergamot, has your little pepper, has your vanilla. This is just all around great fragrance to wear to work. It's fresh, it's clean, fresh out the shower scent. I enjoy this fragrance a lot. I got the bigger bottle, 3.4. You can get a smaller bottle, 1.7. If you do want a price for these fragrances, I can leave it in the description below. But Dior Sauvage is my number 5. Very great performance-wise, projection-wise. I get about 2 to 3 hours projection. Longevity, I get a good 8 hours plus. This is great. It will get you through the workday, no problem at all. Some people might have this in their selection already or have this fragrance, so keep that in mind before you pick this fragrance up. There are a few on my list that some people might have, might not have. So before this video is over, I just want to let you guys know that up front right now. But this is my number 5, Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum. Now we're going to jump into my number 4 work/office fragrance. So my number 4 work/office fragrance. This fragrance has been around for a while. This is the second flanker to it. We're talking about Chanel fragrances here. This is your fresh fragrance, fresh out the shower. It has your grapefruit. All around, this is a pleasant scent. I've never got any negative feedback about it. It's great. It's just that nice, sexual, rich, seductive fragrance that most people already heard about. And if you haven't heard about it, my number 4 is Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. This is a great fragrance. Smells rich, smells great. People will give you compliments. This is everything you want when you wear a suit, dressed up very nice, you're out for the town, you look great, or if you're at work, this is a great work scent. You can't go wrong with Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. The only reason why it's low on my list is not because I don't love the fragrance, not because I don't love the company and the branding. It doesn't perform really that good. It's just middle average. I get about 2 hours of projection. I get about 5 to 6 hours longevity on my skin. That's why it's low on my list. If I have got 3 or 4 hours of projection and got maybe 8 to 10 hours on this, this would be probably my #1 fragrance on my list for a lot of my fragrance lists that I put out, my videos, but it's not. But it's a phenomenal, a fantastic fragrance. Price-wise, a little bit high. It's roughly between $90, $92 for the small bottle here, and the bigger one's about $115 for 3.4. So it's a little bit on the pricey side. But if you just want a nice, seductive, elegant, suit and tie type of fragrance, look no further than Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Now we're going to jump right into my #3 top work scent. My #3 top work/office fragrance. This is great. I like this fragrance a lot. At first, I didn't really like it. I had to grow to it and enjoy it more, wear it a few more times of wearing a fragrance. I got to love it more. The brand itself makes good fragrances, but most of them are lacking the performance and lacking longevity. People have said that, so I went out and tested them out for myself, and my questions were answered and they were confirmed. So that's one point right there. But this fragrance here, man, my #3, John Varvatos Artisan Pure. This fragrance is great, man. This fragrance right here. This opens up. Oh man, it's citrus. This is a fragrance that's just citrus, clean, overall pleasant. People gravitate to it. They like it. It's not overly beast mode projection, but it's good. It's average. I get 2 hours of nice projection within a bubble sense right here. When people get in my way, will smell it. Leaves a nice sillage trail. Longevity wise, I get between 6, maybe 7 hours, 6.5 hours. It's great. People enjoy it. They like the smell of it. There's nothing that this fragrance that nobody can say negative. It's great. Only negative I have an opinion of it is that it doesn't last as long on my skin as it should. But it's pretty good for what it does. Very fresh, very clean scent. Citrus fragrance all around. You can't go wrong with this. And this is my #3, John Varvatos Artisan Pure. Now we're going to jump into my #2 work/office fragrance. So my #2 work/office fragrance. I like this fragrance a lot. They have an EDP and they have an EDT of this fragrance. I tend to more like the EDT version of it. I tested both of them out in the stores. Both had the same longevity and projection wise. I prefer the older version over the newer version. I didn't think I would even like his brand stuff at all. So that's my apology at first to this company. But I love this fragrance in this company house. And this is no other than Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. My #2 work/office fragrance. Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, man. Oh man, it smells fresh, clean, Mr. Clean type of guy. He just moves forward in life. He's not trying to overpress people with a fragrance. He's dressed nice. He looks nice. He looks the part of going to a job. He has a suit and tie on. He means business, and that's it. He just wants something that people will get whiffs of and say you smell clean. He doesn't want to over-announce himself. He knows what he's about. He knows that his job speaks for himself, and that's what he feels like. So he doesn't really need anything overpowering fragrances. And his fragrance he wears is Tom Ford Grey Vetiver EDT. And they do have the Tom Ford Grey Vetiver EDP too. This fragrance is great. It's roughly between $88 to $90 for this fragrance. I picked mine up at Macy's. You can get it at Nordstrom or Sephora. You should actually get your nose on this and try it if you like fragrances like this that are clean. Vetiver, just overall, this fragrance is going to work for you if you want an office scent. You want something different everybody else won't have. They won't have this. They'll probably have Dior Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel, but some people will not have this. And this is a great fragrance to start just for signature scent too for work. Or you can wear this all year round for work and casual too, or dressed up. So this is my #2, Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. Projection wise on this, I get a solid 2 hours. It's very great. People will get whiffs of it. Longevity wise, I get between around roughly 7 hours. Very great. People smell it on me after 7 hours. I don't really smell it anymore, but that's still awesome too. So my #2 work/office fragrance, Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. Now we're going to jump into my number one work/office fragrance. So before I get to my number one top work/fragrance, I do have one honorable mention I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, so I apologize. This fragrance, I didn't want to put on a list because it's been on a lot of people's fragrance lists. It's a great fragrance. A lot of people wore the original, then they have the new DNA of it, the 2015, and then they do have another flanker that just came out, but it doesn't really smell like the other two at all. But I want to get right into it. This is Acqua di Gio Profumo. Acqua di Gio Profumo, everybody knows about this scent. This is the DNA of the original. Great fragrance that came out, I think, roughly 2015. This fragrance lasts. This is a fragrance where when I wear it and I wear a suit and tie, I feel like I can take on the world. I feel like a CEO. I feel like I'm moving forward in my life. I know what I'm doing. This is a very beautiful scent, sexy, dark, rich. This fragrance did everything the original did, but it seemed like it pushed out more projection-wise, longevity-wise. This fragrance means business. If you haven't got your nose on this fragrance, you should definitely give it a try, or just smell it and see if you like it. Just give it a couple sprays at the store and see if you like it. And this is my number one honorable mention, Acqua di Gio Profumo. And the bottle presentation is amazing, so look at that. Just amazing. And then the cap up top, and it's magnetic. So it's just amazing. The distribution is amazing. So this is my number one honorable mention. Why it's number one honorable mention? Because a lot of people might already have this scent you might smell in your office. So I didn't want to put it like high up on my list, like, oh, get this fragrance, because some people might already have this fragrance or you smell it in your work area or work environment. So that's why I put it as an honorable mention. But if you haven't tried it or you don't smell this at your job, please pick this up. You will not be disappointed. Now I'm going to jump right into my number one. And this fragrance, I love it a lot, guys. I don't work in that type of office scent where I wear suits every day. If I did, I would probably buy a bigger bottle of this fragrance. It's very good. It's on a lot of other people's fragrance lists too. Maybe not as high, maybe not as low, but it's in the middle. I feel this is number one fragrance list. Some people might disagree with me. There's a lot of fragrances out there that could make this list. These are the ones that I feel like will work for people in the office. There's tons out there. So my number one is Prada. Great fragrance. This is your fresh out the shower. Just did your laundry. You got the clean laundry. Very fresh, clean vibe. That's it. You're not going to offend anybody. You just want to wear something clean, crisp. Has your iris in it. It's just pleasing to everybody. Nobody's not going to say you smell bad. They don't like it. You're offending people. This is a very, very safe scent. I guarantee it. This is Prada. This is my number one fragrance. Work/office fragrance. I love this fragrance. I wore a lot of juice in this. Look at that. Look at that. Halfway done. I should have bought the bigger bottle. Man, the presentation is amazing. Prada. Front of it. Back has the texture. Really nice. Bottom. Batch code. This fragrance, man. I've only seen it at Nordstrom so far. But recently I started, seeing it at Macy's. Roughly about $78 for this. You get a bigger size. 3.4 for $98, about $20 more. Can't go wrong with this fragrance. And this is my number one work/office fragrance. I appreciate you guys watching these videos that I make. If you're not new to the channel, it's your first time watching this channel, I hope you enjoy these fragrance reviews / giveaways. And if you do like these type of videos, give it a thumbs up. And please click the red subscribe button and click the bell icon so when I upload a new video, you'll be the first one to get it. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day. Peace.